RFK Jr. announced today officially that he is leaving the Democrat Party and becoming an independent. He made this announcement during a political rally at Philadelphia's Independence Hall. Here is some of that announcement.
I must first declare my own independence. Independence from the Democratic Party. And from all other political parties. I haven't made this decision lightly. It's very painful for me to let go of the party of my uncles, my father, my grandfather, and both of my great-grandfathers, Honey Fitzgerald, and Patrick, who was the first Irish Catholic ghetto mayor of Boston, and Patrick Kennedy, who was a ward boss in Boston. Both of them launched our political dynasty over 100 years ago. There have been independent candidates in this country before, but this time is going to be different because this time, the independent is going to win.
Now, this is fascinating because it's coming at a time, Chad, where we've just heard that RFK is slated to appear at a CPAC summit in Las Vegas later this month. Now, Matt Schlapp over at CPAC chairman, said in a statement, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has a unique voice in advocating for the defunding of the weaponized bureaucracy and ensuring the constitutional right of medical freedom. However, he's not a conservative. He's crazy on climate change and a gun control and a whole bunch of other things that we would not agree with him on. Killing babies, thank you. I mean, very important, not just conservative, but constitutional ideals. And it's just fascinating to me that the conservatives now are championing him. Now, look, I've gotten pushback for even acknowledging him on this show because I guess I'm supposed to pretend that he doesn't exist because he was running on the Democrat ticket. I disagree. I think that it is important to acknowledge that he is absolutely 100 correct on the medical institutional bureaucracy. And I think that it's important to recognize that someone can be very correct on one thing, but also very, very wrong on a lot of other things, because the idea is that we're supposed to take all of the good ideas from these people and figure out how we can mold them all together with the right candidate. But I want to play RFK Jr., this was not recent. This was a while ago with Theo Vaughn. And he admitted to Theo Vaughn that he actually siphons away more Trump voters than Biden voters if he were to go independent. Watch.
Yeah, and then the other thing is that I take more votes from President Trump than I do from President Biden.
Right, so why would that help them?
Yeah, it's not helping them.
Yeah.
So a news show or a podcast or whatever covering people who are running for president, I find to be acceptable. Call me biased because I'm talking about you. I'm talking about me. Conservative Political Action Conference hosting a summit and welcoming RFK Jr. Not the same thing, I feel. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. I mean, CPAC has kind of gone down a weird trail.
Sure has.
This is bad in that, listen, I highly recommend everybody read RFK Jr.'s book when he talks about Anthony Fauci. I mean, that'll fire you up. It'll get you pretty fired up. I highly recommend that. I do not recommend you vote for RFK based on medical freedom. Because to your point, he makes some very valid statements on the topic, and I tend to agree with him on that. But he is so far off the reservation. If you truly believe yourself to be a limited government conservative and you want the government out of your life and out of your business, he is not the guy. He is not the guy. No, he's not. Democrat establishment. That's why he's running as an independent. But and he took the words out of my mouth. It's going to take more votes away from Trump than it will from Biden. That's the truth. And to validate him at a place like CPAC is, at some point in time, I just wonder, the Republican Party is a problem. Like right now, I said on my show last week, the Republicans are the problem in this country because they're so spineless, they're so weak, they're so, bought out political big government. It's ridiculous. And CPAC is no different in regards to this. I kind of wonder if they're all so well, they want to remain permanent Washington, right? They want to remain permanent Washington. They want to keep supporting the people that are permanent Washington. They're not going to see any upsetting the apple cart, no draining the swamp. They don't care about anything like that. So it's okay for them in their mind to bring in, a free thinker like RFK Jr., but it's bad. It's bad for the 2024 election.
It really is.
Because it validates.
Yeah.
It validates him as a candidate.
As a conservative candidate.
As a conservative candidate. And you can't do that. He's not a conservative.
Not at all.
Nowhere near it.
No. And again, I feel like I cannot stress enough, if you want to talk to someone who knows the most about the medical industrial complex and about childhood vaccines, that guy knows more than perhaps anyone else in the country on childhood vaccines, on just how deeply corrupt Big Pharma is, just how much they collude, their incestuous relationship with the CDC and the FDA and Big Pharma. But don't platform him at a conservative conference because you know what? The average voter is just going to see RFK Jr. spoke at CPAC. He must be conservative.
And he can do push-ups, and he looks great for 70.
He does look great for 70.
He's not Joe Biden. And, if he was going to run it, if he was on the Democratic ticket, I would support him over Joe Biden.
Right.
If that was your choice.
Right.
But come on. I mean, this is just bad. We're self-sabotaging at this point.
Truly. So I want to bring in one other story here before we have to go to break. So House Speaker Nancy Pelosi Friday denied that she had promised to support Kevin McCarthy as he was ousted as Speaker. So the rumor was that Nancy Pelosi told Kevin McCarthy that they were all going to vote for him, and that she stabbed him in the back at the last minute.
Yeah, just stab him in your back.
Stabbed him in the back, and they all voted, of course, against him and voted to vacate that. So I want to play Nancy Pelosi being asked about that and then her answer. Watch.
Kevin McCarthy says that you essentially broke a promise to him to keep Democrats with him if there was a vote against him. Is that not true? Talk to us about what happened with him.
No, I have no promise to him. Our Democratic members made their decision.
I think she just got more work done.
You got more work done. She got fresh, like little tucks and some fillers.
Our Democrat colleagues made their own decision. I'm not smiling. My face is just frozen that way.
Yeah, talk about permanent Washington. That face is just permanently frozen. We're being mean, and that's okay.
Are we?
Yeah, I think we should be.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're clear on that.
Yeah. If you like that clip, there is plenty more where that came from. Click the link in the description below to subscribe to the News and Why It Matters YouTube channel to watch the full episode.